Hello everyone, this is Cinema.
And this is Johannes.
And you're watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are taking a look at Etherstone. Etherstone is a card game where you will be drafting a hand of cards and you will be playing with those cards. You will be drafting dice to be able to get resources. You will use those resources to play the cards out in front of you. You can use the cards and also your leader to attack different threats to get bonuses and victory points. You can also get victory points by different abilities. You can try to attack your opponent so they will get all the way down to 0 life, so they will have to take a pact, so they will get their lives back, but they will lose points at the end of the game. You're trying to do all of these things. It's kind of a race because it's in many of these games there's a pool of victory points. If that is gone, the game is over. If somebody has 0 cards in their hand, the game is over. If there's no more cards in the threat deck, then the game is going to be over. You're going to score points then, depending on the cards you play, it's going to have points. You will score points for the threats you discarded when you attacked, and you will score points for the point tokens you had. Some cards are also going to have end of game scoring abilities. And that is basically what you're going to do in the game. So let's talk about it.
This is an action selection card game.
Yes.
And as you mentioned, there is multiple ways to win this game, which I do enjoy because in some games like this, I feel like it's very easy to just like being in this position where you're attacking each other and trying to deplete each other for the like help
Life
you
points.
have. But in this game, you really have to see when you're drafting what actually is available, what strategies are viable to take.
Yeah.
Sometimes we've been playing and there's actually pretty few chances to attacking your opponent at all, so you have to choose like kind of what's available to you as well.
Basically, like there is no way to attack your opponent. There is cards that basically takes life away from them, but it's not like many of these games. Most, I would say, is my goal is to take you down to 0 life, and I love a lot of those games. You like very few of them.
Yes.
A few you like Star Wars Unlimited and those kind of games. And you might be asking, why are you comparing this game to a TCG? Because this is basically a TCG in a box. Trading card game, like the Magic the Gathering, like Lorcana, like Star Wars Unlimited. This is that in a box with a couple of different things to it. As you said, like it's all about that, finding those combos. We have only played 2 players. There is ways to play with more. I don't know if I need to do it because it gives me that head-to-head feeling. It would be fun to try it. Let us know if it is great with more. I would like to try it because, spoiler alert, it's a good game. But there is so many cards. These are not all the cards. That would be very sad. Like there's a huge pile of cards. Like 25. And if you are playing a 2-player game, you are gonna get 7 cards each. You're gonna draft those until you have 7 cards, and those are all the cards you're gonna see in the game. In addition to that, you're going to have 2 leaders that you get, and after you're drafted, you're going to choose one of them. You're going to draft dice to get resources and activate abilities, and in all of these things I said now, except the draft, I don't feel it there, and there is a bit of randomness to the game. I feel like there's 2 things. It's like you can get a leader. You could get 2. Like it's a low chance, but you could get 2 leaders with very specific abilities. Like every time you play a luminary card, for example, you get this, and there's no card of that type in the draft. Or there's like
or
1.
Very few.
So you might get that, but I feel like there's always ways to get around that. The other thing is that there is cards that has, for example, this one. If you have played this, it says that if you draft a 5 or a 6, it's going to do something.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of randomness if that comes up.
Yes,
How do you feel about that part?
Yeah, I feel like it's absolutely there. I feel like if the game was longer, that would absolutely bother me. But this game, usually the plays that we've had has been pretty short. I would say like 20 to 30 minutes.
This game, yeah, because it's been 30 minutes with the draft.
Oh yeah, and I would say then if I feel like now it's not working my way, then we can just go again. And so if it was a longer game, that would bother me more. When it's this short game and you're making tactical decisions, I feel like it doesn't bother me that much.
I have to add a thing here. It's not about this, but it's a part of a thing we usually used to do in every single video review. We don't anymore. I cannot talk about this game without talking about the artwork.
Oh, yes.
Because the artwork is
amazing.
fantastic.
Yes.
We have the deluxe edition. I backed that on Kickstarter. I say I because
I'm not
game
backing
shows up.
anything.
So we have like the sleeves, they're great, but like the cards are still very good quality, and the artwork is so
Stunning,
good.
yes.
It's very like dark in a way, like you can see on some of these cards. It's not like this is like a very bloody person walking in some blood. It's not a positive, whimsical. It's not like Lorcana. Like it's like it's a gritty world.
Yes.
All of the leaders are pretty gritty in a way, but it is a very good art style. Let's talk about variability. Do you feel like it's low, medium, or high?
I would say it's high in this game, and I would say that is one of the strengths of this game, and also one of the reasons that after we've played one round, I'm just like, okay, let's go again, because I want to see if we play another round, if I get like a better combo or another way of approaching it with the, as you said, or as we talked about, the options that presents itself during the draft. If I can do something else, and even though you're trying to kind of do the same thing every time, like either get points or deplete this deck and get points that way before the other player, I would say that trying to explore and exploit the combos is pretty fun, and that variability with the combination of the different cards in the deck, also what you think your opponent is doing during the draft, and also the leaders, very high variability, I would say.
I have played hundreds upon hundreds of Magic the Gathering drafts. This is the closest feeling I have had in a game to give me that feeling and then a gameplay feeling in this way. So those two things together make this so unique. Like the fact that you're drafting, like many games, like if you're drafting something, it's more like I'm drafting a card and I'm playing it. Here you're drafting a deck. It's a very small deck. It's basically just one hand of cards, but you're drafting that hand and then you play it. And then the order and the actions and of course a little bit of randomness, but like all of that, trying to find the combos in the draft and then like executing that plan, of course, which changes depending on what the other player is doing. I've never played a game, and I wonder if that's like what they tried to do. If they tried to go out and be like, okay, how can we make this TCG draft and game into one concise thing, which is quick and tactical and full of fun. With that said, do you want to do some final thoughts?
Yes.
Do it!
Let's do it.
Do it!
I like this game. Etherstone is the name of the game.
Yes.
I like it a lot. And it was like kind of breath of fresh air. Because when you said like, this is a card game, usually you can play this with more than 2 players too, but I would say that it will work a lot better this game than the other ones
dual
that are
games.
the dual games. So I have actually pretty high hopes for the multiplayer version as well. But I'm usually a little like, okay, maybe this is not for me.
Yeah.
But this is it is not like totally unique. But I would say that this feels very different from a lot of the other games that we've played in this like category, I would say. And what I really like about it is all the decisions. I like the decisions in the draft that I'm saying, okay, this has this potential. If this card comes back to me, I will try to get that. And then I get your hand that you looked at and I'm just like, oh, okay, so this this changes my game plan. Now I have to do this. And then this hand gets back to me and, oh, you took that card. Okay, maybe you're going for this strategy. And also when you're after you've drafted your hand, you're looking at, okay, which order do I want to do this in? Because I have these 2 cards. These will give me bonuses when I draft the dice, but I really need to draft the dice to get to play these cards. So you always want to do something else before the other thing. And also, I really need that die, but I really need to do something else first. Are you gonna take that? What die do you really want? Should I spend a turn taking that die and instead of doing something else that is more important to me? And yeah, it's just like all the decisions. This surprised me because I didn't think I would like it this much. I'm going to give this a 9. I think it's super duper solid, and also it's freaking beautiful.
Etherstone is really something special. It has the bit of a luck thing, but it doesn't really matter because in any other TCG, you have the luck of the draw. Here you don't have that. You have your cards. That is the cards you have. If there were no luck in this game, it would be pretty deterministic from you got those cards, I got those cards. Let's just show them, okay, you won.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be interesting. Of course, that's like a simplification of it. Like if you enjoy any kind of trading card games, or if you are like me, you came from my past of a lot of Magic the Gathering and a lot of drafting. Drafting was my way of playing Magic the Gathering, draft and sealed deck. Then this is going to give you that thing that you've been missing. This is so good. Like as you said, and it has some Euro stuff like a resource management, the dice drafting, adding that with then the multiple strategies. Like some games you might want to do a rushing strategy because you see like, okay, with these bonuses I might be able to play multiple cards in an action, and then I will be able to rush out those cards and stop the game before maybe your engine comes along. You might have cards that super easily gets you points, you're trying to get those away, or you might do like a little bit of a mix depending on the leader, depending on everything. And with all of the cards, even though there's so many, after a few plays you're going to be like, oh, this is a great card. If I get also these two, oh, that's a fantastic one. Together with this, you start seeing combos. And I think there is a lot to explore in this, and it would be easily expandable. Like very easy to add more stuff to it to make it even better. For me, I'm going to give it a 9.5. It is a really, really good game. If you are into that kind of things, I think you will like it. Of course, if you're not into those kind of things at all, you might still like it because you are usually not, but you really enjoy this one as well. And that is going to be the end of this review for Etherstone. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, you can leave a comment and like it. And also, if you haven't done so yet and you are here at the end of the video, you can
subscribe.
Yes, do it because it's 100%
free.
Yay! That's going to be the end. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Senua.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.